Guys, what's up? We're back today with another video, and it should be a great one. Today we're just going to be kind of discussing which bikes you should use for which thing. Some people don't know the difference between a bike like this here yellow one and this here blue one and this one and this one and that one. To you guys, they all just look like bikes, right? Well, in this video I'm going to be explaining what bikes you should use for what purposes and just kind of what they're for and maybe what you want to get. Okay, so if you guys are new here, basically we do all kinds of fun stuff, from action videos to biking, all that fun stuff. And if you guys are into that kind of thing, consider scrolling down a little bit and hitting that big red subscribe button, or at least leaving a like. It means a lot to me. And just go ahead and leave some comments what I should do for future videos and what you guys think of my content. So yeah, also if you like the content, you think your friends would like the content, go ahead and share it with them. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and talk about my favorite type of bike. So to you guys, maybe some of you guys would know a little bit and say this is a mountain bike. So the things that kind of set apart a mountain bike from something such as a road bike is mainly bigger tires. So this has 2.5 inch wide tires, and the other thing is the geometry of the bike. So I'm not really going to try to explain geometry to some new people here, but basically that's just like the angles of everything, how like leaned outward your bars are right here, everything. Not really your bars, but more your fork and your wheel are just more outward than inward, just kind of for different things, different purposes. And the other last thing is that it's got suspension, so that's a rear shock, and that would be your front fork there, and that's suspension, so your ride is a little bit smoother. And so that's just, you would ride that on like a dirt trail, mountains, that kind of thing, anything off-road basically you could use this one for. And yeah, so let me show you what riding this thing looks like. Oh no, we forgot something. Oh, there we go. All good, kids. Always remember to use protection. Protection is a good thing, for sure. It's so windy! So there's different types of mountain bikes. This one is more of like a cross-country mountain bike. And the main difference is that there's less travel. So if you look, the travel is how much suspension there is. So this suspension right here, this area goes down into there, and that basically is your suspension. It goes up and down, right? So if we look right here, we've got 110 millimeters. I only know that because I know how much is on there. So that's 110 millimeters. Keeping my hands the same. We come to this one, we can see that there's a lot less. This one here has 170 millimeters of travel. So obviously a big difference. And same thing in the back here. This one has 160 millimeters of travel, and this one has like 80. So that's just basically the difference between different types of mountain bikes, is that they've got different parts. And you can also get more high-end, less high-end ones. Like this one here has a carbon frame. You can't really hear it, but sounds a lot different than metal. And then another higher-end type thing is a dropper post, which basically means the seat post goes up. This one is having some issues right now, so it's not as fast, but like this one, fast. Okay guys, this is a hardtail mountain bike. It's a hardtail mountain bike because it's got suspension in the front and no suspension in the back. So basically what this means is that you can use it as a mountain bike, but you're not going to get as violent on it as you would with an actual mountain bike. So it's got like your full suspension and everything, or that one too will have that. So those two are more for a lot higher end mountain biking, hitting jumps, berms, all big drops, that kind of thing. But this one is more just designed for just riding your trail around or whatever, the average person is not going to be hitting the biggest jumps on this, although there is some crazy riders out there that are doing that. But it's more just designed for just riding your trails. If you want the cheaper alternative to getting a really expensive full suspension like one of those, it's just cheaper, and you can also get really expensive ones. This isn't the nicest version out there, but yeah, this is also kind of a hybrid hardtail because it's got skinnier tires, but it still has like your knobs kind of, so you can use it as a road bike too, kind of. Not really a road bike, but just commuter. So you can use it to commute to work, that kind of thing. It's got your disc brakes, which are just nicer than rim brakes. If you guys are wondering, rim brakes are the ones that actually like go on your rim right here, and these are disc brakes, which actually have the separate caliper down there, which has brake pads in it that just squeeze the rotor. So that's kind of the same thing as your car, if you were wondering. Other hardtail mountain bikes will have a lot more suspension there, but this one, like I said, is more of a commuter because it's a hybrid between a road bike and a mountain bike. So that's just kind of what it's got. So that's mountain bikes for you, a road bike. So this thing is also more of an expensive one. It's got the carbon fiber. It does not have a dropper seat post, which is the thing that goes up and down. It does not have that because this bike is designed to be really fast and really light, and it also is designed for on-road use. These tires are less than an inch wide, which is really skinny, and you would not want to be running those on a trail because they'll just dig in because they're only like that wide, and as compared to something like that that's 2.5 inches wide. So basically this thing is designed for on-road use, and like only on roads, not on gravel or anything. It doesn't have any suspension. See, it's just a rigid fork. It doesn't have any rear suspension either. So this thing is called a road bike. You would get this if you were just riding roads. If you were riding around just in town, you weren't riding on trails, you're just going from your work to your house or whatever, something like that. That's what this would be used for. And it's got a lot different gearing ratio basically. So like there's very few gears there, and there's 2 up front, compared to something like this where there's one big one in the front and like 12 in the back, tons back there. So that's another difference, is that the gearing ratio. And this thing also weighs like 10 pounds, just lift it up nice and easy, compared to one of those, which weighs like 30 pounds, give or take. And yeah, let's see what this thing can do. Protection. I can't do this. I'm out of shape. Alright guys, here is a BMX bike, and this is, I'm not really going to go into much detail in it because it's really just for tricks. That's what this thing's for, just having fun doing tricks in a skate park, that kind of thing. And if you guys aren't subscribed and you haven't watched my last 3 videos, they were all on this bike. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and go check out my last 3 videos on this bike, which was really fun. I custom painted it and rebuilt the whole thing, and it was super fun to do. So yeah, with that, let's show you guys what this thing has. Oh yeah, one more thing about this bike is that it does not have any suspension either. No suspension there or in the back, and it only has 1 gear. Like, it's got 2 gears, but it's 1 gear. You only have 1, so you can't shift or anything. And a lot of people don't run brakes. This is where the brakes are supposed to go, but there is no brake there. I just took them off and left them off. So that's one more thing about that. That didn't work at all. At all. No. Oh yeah, we can't forget about this beast. You know, I'm not even gonna explain it, dude. It's just a beast of a bike. Watch this. Okay, so that's kind of it for today's video, guys. Just trying to throw some content together here for you, and hopefully this was helpful to you guys. This is all of my bikes, if you guys were wondering. Actually, the hardtail is not my bike, but the rest of those are my bikes. And yeah, hopefully this video is a little bit helpful or funny to you guys, whatever. Just hope you guys had a fun time watching. If you liked it, consider subscribing, and also leave a like. Definitely leave comments also what I should do for future videos. I'm not a very creative guy, so I have to have you guys' help on what content to make also, so I know what you guys want me to do and what you guys would watch. So with that, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.